Hello everybody, Skin Deep Beauty Vlogger here. I hope you're all really well. Today I have got another Empties video, so if you'd like to know what products I've used up, then just keep on watching. As always, these are in no particular order. It's just 10 products that I have finished up recently. I guess I'll start with skincare. The first product that I used up was the Roche-Posay Serozinc. This is a facial spritzer. It's meant to be very good for acne-prone skin because of the inclusion of zinc. I have to say I found it difficult to notice whether this made a difference to my skin or not. I haven't noticed any detrimental effect since I've stopped using it, so I'm inclined to say maybe it didn't add that many benefits to me, but people really do rave about this, so I was excited to try it out. I probably would repurchase it because I enjoyed using it. It's got a nice fine mist. I do love La Roche-Posay products. The way that I use this is I tend to cleanse in the shower. I'll use a cleansing oil just before I step into the shower, rinse it off in the shower, and then when I get out the shower I'll probably brush my teeth before applying my other skincare products, because I don't want this is gross, but I don't want the foam from the toothpaste to get rid of any of my skincare products. So by the time I finish that, my skin sort of lost a little bit of moisture, so I tend to spray. It sounds like there's a little bit left in here, but there really isn't. But I tend to spritz my face with a facial spritzer. That's how I used this, and then I would go in with my serum followed by my moisturizer. So I like to use a facial spritzer in that way unless it's got sort of some added ingredients such as hyaluronic acid. That's the way that I would use this sort of facial spritzer, and I liked it, but I can't say that I know it added hydration to my skin, but whether it had any sort of acne fighting benefits, I have to say I'm not convinced. I liked it. I might repurchase it. I wouldn't go out of my way to repurchase it. It's now available here in the UK. If it was one that I had to sort of go out of my way and ask people to pick up in France, I wouldn't bother, but I do like La Roche-Posay, so say there was an offer, then I might pick this up again. I don't know. I really liked this next product, but I didn't like it enough that I would be able to justify a repurchase. This is ridiculous. This is the Amorowiza Blue Diamond Concentrate. Comes in a box like this. Now Amorowiza is one of my favourite skincare brands. It's from Hungary and I really do love their products, particularly their deep cleansing mask, one of my all-time favourite masks. They're not cheap products, and this certainly wasn't cheap. This is £295. Yes, you heard me right, £295 for 30ml. And I really liked it. Very enjoyable to use, not sort of like an amazing scent or anything, it was nice. I used it as my serum, little pipette dispenser, but I can't say that I noticed enough of a difference in my skin that I would ever be able to repurchase this. I just couldn't justify it. It was nice, added moisture to my skin, but no dramatic results that I could notice. Just from what I could visibly see, I've had the same results from cheaper serum. So I just couldn't justify repurchase. I certainly couldn't justify recommending this to you because it's so expensive. Very nice product. I was sent it for review, and this is the only feedback that I can really offer. It didn't wow me. I didn't notice any sort of huge difference to my skin that I could comment on in a review, and for £295, basically I was expecting to look like Giselle by the end of the bottle. Okay, maybe that's a little exaggeration, but you know what I mean. I would expect visible results, and I didn't see them. Nice product. If you've got like £295 knocking about, then certainly it's not terrible. I would recommend it, but I personally won't repurchase it because I just didn't notice sufficient results. I don't know how useful that is, but if you're wondering if this is worth the money, in my opinion it's not. There's other nice products that I think you could spend your money on. Okay, let's move now on to makeup items, and I used up the Skindinavia makeup finishing spray. This is the original one, up to 16 hours wear, ultra fine long wearing spray. I really like this. Skindinavia also make the Urban Decay setting sprays. Really, really good. This was pretty pricey. It was £23.20 at IMATS for, I don't know how much is in here, 236ml. But obviously you're just spritzing your face, so this lasted me for over a year. and I use it every single day. I really, really like it. One of my favourite setting sprays. I'll certainly repurchase it. I believe the packaging has subsequently changed, but that goes to show how long it lasted. I really, really like this, and I do think that it works quite well, and I do think that it helps to prolong the wear of your makeup, and also it just sort of helps to take down any powdery finish as well. Really like it. Sometimes I also spray this instead of primer before applying my makeup, and I think that it works really well that works really well as well. I often have one of these in my empties. It is my Holy Grail foundation, the Makeup Forever HD. I'm shade N120. For point of reference, I'm around a MAC NC15. Love this. I don't want to dwell on it because I mention it pretty much in every empties video. It's a really, really good foundation, gorgeous natural finish, good coverage, but feels very lightweight on the skin. I love this. It doesn't contain an SPF, but for me that's a bonus because it doesn't give flashback in photography. And yeah, I just really like it. If you're interested in hearing a little bit more about it, I'll link below my sort of flawless foundation routine. You can see the application and review in that video, so check out the box below for information on that. I finished up a mascara as well. This is the Benefit They're Real. Really popular mascara, and yeah, with pretty good reason. I do think that it really enhances the lashes. Very nice for lengthening and definition. I would like it if it was a little bit more volumizing. Sometimes this can feel a little bit crispy on the lashes. I like it, but it's not one of my favorites. In case you're not familiar with it, it's got this sort of plastic bristle wand and a little sort of ball detail at the tip, which is really nice for catching sort of the bottom lashes and also those sort of finer lashes on the inside as well. So that's one of the reasons why I like this. It is very long wearing as well. In fact, it's quite difficult to remove. It's good for definition and lengthening. My mum really likes this. For me, I'm a little bit more about that sort of fluttery feminine false lash effect that's sort of very volumized and feminine. So it's not my favourite mascara, but I think it's a very good product and probably one of the better products that Benefit have put out. But I probably would repurchase it at some point. I like how long wearing it is, no sort of flaking or clumping. Because of the plastic bristle wand, it sort of separates the lashes as well, so you don't get clumps. And it doesn't flake or smudge because of that long wearing formula. It's not waterproof, it's just really long wearing. And how cute is the packaging? I think it looks like a sort of cocktail shaker inspired. A product that I wouldn't repurchase is the Sanctuary Spa hand wash. It was fine, it did the job, it cleansed my hands, but I just didn't like the fragrance of this. I found it very plasticky. I'm not the biggest fan of the Sanctuary sort of original line fragrances. I love their aromatherapy line, which I hope isn't being discontinued because I had a look in Boots the other day and I couldn't see it on the shelves. So if anyone knows, let me know in the comments below. This was fine, it did the job, which is why I continued using it. Sometimes if I really don't like a product, then I'll pass it on to a friend or family, but it was a hand wash, you know, how much can you really hate a hand wash? So I didn't hate it, it did the job, but I didn't like the scent, so I certainly won't repurchase it. Talking of hands, I used up the Cutex Strengthening Nail Polish Remover. I actually use this on my toes. On my hands now, I tend to use one of those where you have a sponge in it and twist it around. I'm trying to give my fingernails a bit of a break from polish this year because after having gels a few times, they've been feeling a little bit weak. So do excuse the lack of polish in videos, but I liked this. It did the job. It worked very effectively. I don't know if it really had any strengthening properties, but I don't know. It contains acetone, so it is quite a harsh formula, but it works very effectively. And I do like the Cutex ones. I believe I've used up a Cutex nail polish remover in a previous Empties video, so certainly will repurchase it. Yeah, it's affordable and it gets the job done. Somewhat unusually, because obviously I don't douse myself in perfumes, so it takes a while to use one up, I used up a fragrance. This is the Guerlain Shalimar Parfum Initial, one of my all-time favourite fragrances. I love this. This is my go-to for nights out because it's a very sort of sensual, sultry fragrance. I wouldn't say sexy because it's more elegant than that and subtle, but it is a strong fragrance. It's not going to be for everyone. It's a floral chypre, so you know, not everybody likes chypres, but this is beautiful. If you like florals, if you like chypres, then do go and smell this. It's beautiful. When I first heard that Guerlain were sort of introducing this younger version of the iconic Shalimar, I was initially quite dubious, but actually it's beautiful. When it's in the bottle full, it's a pink liquid, which looks really pretty, and I mean, I just love the bottle anyway. It's so sort of It's just beautiful. It's modelled on one of their iconic bottles anyway. Looks very nice on the dressing table. What is not to love with this? Lil goes a long way because, as I said, it's a strong fragrance and it lasts really well on my skin. Obviously that's going to depend on the person. It's a very sort of sophisticated feminine fragrance with some powdery notes. Guerlain are known for having vanilla as a signature note within their fragrances, but this isn't a sort of synthetic or, you know, young 90s vanilla like the Body Shop back in the day. It probably does, I find it difficult to detect the vanilla because it's done so beautifully. Guerlain makes some of my favourite fragrances. They're one of my favourite beauty houses. I don't like citrus fragrances, but it does have citrus top notes. I'm just going to read to you some of the notes in it just to give you a little bit of an indication. So it starts with citrus notes. I don't like citrus fragrances, but it's got sort of bergamot and orange, and then the heart is rose, which I don't notice, it's not granny-like at all, jasmine, with woodiness such as vetiver, which is one of my favourite notes. I love anything with vetiver, and patchouli, but it's not a hippie-like fragrance, it's just very sensual, with oriental notes of vanilla, white musk and tonka bean, so it's a very warm, sensual fragrance, as I said. I love this. I've already repurchased it because, as I said, it's my signature fragrance. Whenever I go on a night out, this is what I'm wearing. Just a couple more to talk about because I always film my empties in 10 products. I used up the Le Petit Marseillais Les Almond Douce. This is like a sweet almond shower gel. It was a sort of shower cream, I guess, but I didn't find that it had any nourishing benefits. I've done a full review of this on my blog, so I'll link the review below. I picked this up in France. It was very affordable and I thought it was pretty cool because who doesn't like sort of French beauty products? They're always nice to try. I probably wouldn't repurchase it. It had a very nice fragrance, that sort of warm, sweet almond, I guess. But it had a little bit of tartness to it as well. So it wasn't sickly, but I didn't find it to be particularly nourishing on the skin, so I wouldn't say that because it's a shower milk or cream that it was, you know, don't expect it to nourish your skin. It still contains sodium lauryl sulfate and I still needed to moisturise following use. But it was nice enough, and one of the ways in which I sometimes moisturise, because I'm lazy, is using an in-shower body moisturiser, and I used up one of the Nivea ones. This is the one for normal skin in the Sea Minerals fragrance. To be honest, I've tried lots of these, the dry skin ones, etc., and I can't notice any difference in the formulation, but this had the Sea Minerals scent, so it was quite a fresh scent, didn't linger on the skin following use. I find that because these are quite a hard plastic, it's difficult to get the last bits out of, but they're very affordable. They do contain mineral oil, and I feel like they've started to block the pores on my legs a little bit, so I'm not the biggest fan of these, but I do like the idea where you just sort of apply it whilst you're still in the shower once you finish using your shower gel, so it sort of locks in moisture into your skin. Not the most nourishing, but it does the job, and you don't need to faff around, you know, slathering on body moisturiser after use. This is fine. I've gone through quite a few of these, but because I feel like it's started to block the pores on my legs, I'm probably not going to repurchase them in a hurry. I may do again in future. My favourite ones are the Lush body conditioners, but they're pretty pricey. You know, this is a fraction of the price of the Lush ones, which is why I wanted to try it, and I really wanted to like it, but it's fine, but I'm not going to rush out and repurchase it anytime soon. Anyway, I hope that you found this useful. Do give it a thumbs up if you like Empties videos and subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you so much for watching. I can see my battery light flashing at me, so I'm going to sign off, but enjoy the rest of your day and I will see you all soon. Bye!